Welcome! Today I would like to show you Euphorbia cereiformis. Euphorbia cereiformis is another euphorbia from my collection. I made a video about Euphorbia yesterday. I made a video about this Euphorbia, Euphorbia flanagani. And I was talking about how Euphorbia is a very diverse genus, that there are euphorbias in the genus Euphorbia that are very unique and that look like nothing else. However, because evolution is a very random process, and because there are certain restrictions as how a plant should look like when it is adapting to a specific environment, what features a plant needs to have in order to be well adapted to that particular environment. So the evolution is working within certain constraints. And when it comes to succulents, it's very important that there are mechanisms that reduce the evaporation of the water, and that somehow the plant is protected from scorching sun, and that the water that the plant is storing is not stolen from the plant, that the plant is simply not eaten by an animal that lives on the desert, because the plant is just like a reservoir of water. A very good strategy would be to produce a cylindrical or even spherical body, just to reduce the surface area in proportion to the volume. But it is also important to have ribs, just like this plant has, because having ribs provides a little bit of shade to the parts of the plant that are not exposed to the sun. So a ribbed, cylindrical or spherical shape is a good adaptation for a plant that grows on a desert when the water is scarce. And here is a cactus that looks very similar to the Euphorbia cereiformis. Cereiformis means in the shape of a cereus. A cereus is a genus of cacti. This cactus that I put on the table beside my Euphorbia cereiformis is not a cereus, it's a Neobaxbaumia, but nevertheless, look at it. It looks very much the same. The only difference is that the cactus has spines and Euphorbia doesn't. These spines are not really that sharp, and they are not very characteristic to euphorbias. Euphorbias don't need spines as much as cacti do. A cactus is producing spines in order not to be eaten, in order to protect itself from a rodent or a lizard or whatever lives on the desert and would like to take advantage of the water stored in the plant. Euphorbias chose a different strategy. Euphorbias are highly toxic. There is a milky sap inside each euphorbia, and not only succulent euphorbias have this sap in them. It's highly toxic, it's highly irritant, and this is a way that euphorbias are ensuring that nobody is stealing their water. As you can see, the plant, this Euphorbia, is producing offsets, small euphorbias. That's how I got the big plant. I just got an offset. I just got a tiny plant, which over the years grew to this size. It is not a big plant size-wise. These euphorbias can grow much larger than this one. However, it is a relatively old plant. I've had it for many years. Just like all euphorbias, this euphorbia is producing flowers occasionally during the growth season, during summertime, and the flowers, when they occur, are along the ribs. They grow from the nodules, but they are very inconspicuous. They are very small flowers, which is also a strategy to adapt to a dry environment, because small flowers that doesn't have petals or sepals can last much longer. Cacti did the opposite. Cacti have flowers that last for a day or two. They are very bright, they are huge, but they are produced at the price of a huge expense, and they can only be produced when there is plenty of water, and then again they can only last for a day or two. This is basically it. Thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you like this euphorbia. I like it a lot. Have an amazing day.